Hello, I just finished this book called The Silent Patient by Alex. I'm not going to pronounce the last name. Okay, basically, if you haven't heard of it, is this book about this girl who stops speaking all of a sudden after she murders her husband, even though apparently they have a really nice relationship. And then she just doesn't speak for 6 years, and no one knows why she murdered her husband or anything about it. And then all of a sudden, this therapist comes along and tries to get her to speak, to ask why, and figure out her psychology and kind of get her to heal, as he puts it. It's a fictional book, which is surprising. At first I thought it was a non-fictional book, and then I started reading some stuff and I got so surprised. It's a fictional book. Very fictional. Pretty fictional. Anyways, so I will be sharing my thoughts on it. It's kind of, I think it's like a psychological thriller. I'm not quite sure. Something I really like about the book, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but it has kind of like a twist that makes you realize that, like, at the end, like, perspective. It makes you think about perspective a lot, because everyone's so focused on Alicia. Like, what's Alicia doing? Like, that's the girl that is silent. Why did this happen? She's also a painter, so people examine her work. What I think is kind of interesting about Silent Patient is it focuses so much on the silent patient Alicia, but it kind of brings to light how therapists are also like people, and they also have lives, and they're not like perfect therapists. The therapist in this novel actually has his own therapist, and it explores the therapist's mental state as well, which I feel like most novels or stories don't really do that. It explores a lot on the patient. At first I didn't like how it was like talking so much about the therapist, but then it kind of gets interesting because it kind of relates to how the therapist has a life as well. And it also kind of, since Alicia never talks, it feels kind of a lot that she's not very human, like she's like human-like, but you kind of forget that she has all these own thoughts, even though you, like, it's in the back of your mind, but you don't always think about it until like at the very end, or when you're reading her diary, which it shows, then it's like, whoa, like this silent person has all that. Tell me what you guys think if you read it, if you've read it. I highly recommend you read it. It's kind of interesting, pretty interesting. And yeah, does anyone have any suggestions of any books I should read? I want to read more like psychology kind of related books, or like, I don't know, I always find that stuff kind of interesting. Also, I don't know, it's a really interesting book. It's just like you constantly want to see what's happening next because of like, ooh, what's gonna happen, you know. Okay, goodbye.